Hi, I'm Maggie, and this is Music Theory for Piano Technicians, Part 2, Steps in a Major Scale. In my last video, I talked about the letter names of each key, and I mentioned that between each key is a half step. So from C to C sharp is a half step, C sharp to D is a half step to D sharp, half step to E, half step to F, half step to F sharp, etc. I also mentioned that if you move from C to C and stay on the white keys, you get a major scale. So C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C give you a major scale. Why does that give us a major scale? Let's look at the steps that we have here. From C to C sharp is a half step. From C sharp to D is a half step. Therefore, from C to D is a whole step. From D to D sharp is a half step. D sharp to E is a half step. So there we have another whole step. Now from E to F, there's no black key. It's just from one key to the next. That means this is a half step. From F to G, there's a black key in between. So F to F sharp, half step, F sharp to G, half step. That gives us another whole step there. Then G to G sharp is a half step. G sharp to A is a half step. There's another whole step. A to A sharp, half step. A sharp to B, half step. There's another whole step. Now here we are again with no black key. B to C. That is a half step. So this pattern right here, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half, gives us a major scale. One way to remember that is to think of it as two whole, whole halves with a hole in between. So whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Let's use this pattern and build a major scale starting from D. From D, we want a whole step. That means two half steps. So we're going to go D to D sharp to E. That's our first whole step. Now from E, we want another whole step. But from E to F is only a half step. And we don't want that. So what can we do? We're going to go a half step there, but then we're going to go another half step to F sharp. From E to F sharp is a whole step. Now our next step is a half step. That's real easy because from F sharp to G is a half step. Now we go to our middle whole step, which is two half steps. So that puts us on A. Now we need another whole step. From A to A sharp to B is a whole step, so there's a B. Oh my, looky here. We need another whole step. But B to C is a half step, so what are we going to do? We're going to go up here to C sharp and get us a whole step. And then the last half step from C sharp to D gives us the last note in our major scale. So a D major scale is D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. So that's the whole steps in our major scale. I mean half steps, all the steps. Whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half.